Welcome to the Family Resource Center McKinney-Vento Homeless and Foster Student Mandatory Yearly Training.
You will learn about the homeless and foster student programs at HUSD, how to refer students to them, and who to contact for questions. You will also learn about the Family Resource Center, parenting workshops, and Teacher's Closet. Enacted on July 22nd, 1987, the McKinney-Vento Act ensures homeless children and youth have access to a free, appropriate public education and support to overcome barriers to school success. It guarantees immediate enrollment even without documents such as birth certificates, immunization records, proof of residency, or school records. The right to remain in their school of origin or attend their local school, transportation to and from the school of origin when needed, equal access to service, and protection from discrimination or segregation based on homelessness. Homelessness is defined as lacking a fixed, regular, and adequate nighttime residence, including families temporarily sharing housing due to hardship.
The purpose of the McKinney-Vento Act is to break the cycle of poverty by ensuring students experiencing homelessness have immediate access to school without barriers relating to documents or housing, educational stability through the right to remain in the school of origin, support services such as transportation, meals, and academic assistance, best interest decisions that prioritize school stability when possible.
Here's some national statistics. About 87% of students graduate in 4 years, compared to only 68% of students experiencing homelessness. About 1.3 million U.S. public school students experience homelessness each year. 75% of homeless students are below grade level in math and reading, as compared to 48% of housed students. Common barriers include chronic absenteeism, frequent school moves, and lack of stable study environments. Local data for HUSD in the 25-26 school year: 200 students qualified for McKinney-Vento. That's about 3 to 4% of the district enrollment. Why it matters. McKinney-Vento helps students stay in school and succeed academically and work towards breaking the cycle of poverty. Here are some qualifying homeless living situations: doubled up with friends or relatives due to a hardship, hotels or motels, homeless or domestic violence shelters, cars, parks, or public spaces, campgrounds or trailer parks, abandoned buildings, substandard housing with lack of utilities, infestations, or unsafe living conditions, transitional housing, unaccompanied homeless youth not in the custody of a legal parent or guardian. Some examples are a family living with relatives after the loss of income or eviction, a who has been kicked out or has run away, a family living in a camper without utilities, overcrowded housing with unsafe or inadequate conditions. Immediate enrollment and waived barriers. Students experiencing homelessness must be enrolled immediately, even without standard documentation. Delays caused by missing records, fees, or paperwork violate their rights. Barriers that must be waived are birth certificates, immunization records, proof of residency, IEP and special education records, prior schools records. The homeless liaison can assist families in obtaining the missing records. Fees, like class fees and field trip fees, should be entered in the student's In Touch account. They will be paid at the end of the year from the homeless funds. Sports fees should be fully waived. Always check the student's In Touch account for homeless program status before accepting payments. Meals at school. Students on the McKinney-Vento Homeless Assistance Act program automatically qualify for free school meals and the Hungry Kids Friday food bag program. Transportation. Students have the right to stay at their school of origin. The homeless liaison coordinates with transportation when needed. Clothing, supplies, and basic needs. The Family Resource Center provides free clothing, school supplies, backpacks, hygiene items, and local resource information for McKinney-Vento students. Start enrollment immediately. Documents and fees can wait. Stability and support come first. Under the McKinney-Vento Homeless Act, HUSD ensures students experiencing homelessness have equal access to education and support services. Supports available are immediate enrollment, even without required documents, help obtaining school and health records, transportation to the school of origin, free school meals and weekend food bags, free clothing, hygiene items, and school supplies, referrals to housing, employment, food, and medical resources, free caps and gowns for graduating seniors, FAFSA determination letters for financial aid support, waived sports fees and covered course/field trip costs. An unaccompanied homeless youth is a student who is not in the custody of a parent or legal guardian and lacks a fixed, regular, and adequate nighttime residence. Examples include youth staying with friends or relatives due to a family conflict. This is often called couch surfing. Children living with relatives who do not have legal custody. Students cared for by non guardian adults due to parent incarceration, illness, or an inability to provide care. These students qualify for all McKinney-Vento Homeless Act rights and services, including immediate enrollment even without documents. Schools should provide a caregiver affidavit for the adult caring for the student, remove barriers to enrollment and attendance, offer support through the homeless liaison, including FAFSA determination letters for financial aid and assistance. McKinney-Vento Housing Questionnaire Enrollment Guidelines. Legal requirements. The McKinney-Vento Housing Questionnaire must be included in all new enrollment packets, available through online registration, provided with all back-to-school paperwork. Completion of the form is voluntary. Families are not required to return it if they choose not to. During enrollment conversations, listen carefully for clues that may indicate a family is in a homeless situation. While talking with a parent, try not to refer to their housing as homeless. Instead, use temporary housing situation or transitional housing. Many families do not realize that staying with friends or relatives due to a financial hardship qualifies as homeless under McKinney-Vento.
If the housing questionnaire indicates a temporary housing situation, do not require proof of residency form. If documents are missing, allow extra time. Enroll the student immediately to ensure stability and access to services. Email the completed housing questionnaire to the HUSD Homeless Liaison as soon as possible. Delays may affect enrollment, free meal eligibility, and fee waivers. Helping the family obtain documents. If the records are unavailable, use alternatives such as previous school records, state immunization registry, state vital statistics offices for birth certificates, CDC vital record directory, free clinics including Partners for Healthy Students and community health departments. The goal is to remove enrollment barriers and provide immediate access to education and support for students experiencing housing instability. Students eligible under the McKinney-Vento Act remain eligible through the end of the school year, even if they secure permanent housing. Eligibility is renewed annually with no limit on time in temporary housing. The Hungry Kids Food Bag Project provides weekend meals to any HUSD student in need. Parent permission or notification is recommended. McKinney-Vento posters in English and Spanish must be displayed at all schools, the district office, the website, and community locations. Birth certificates and immunization records are not required for immediate enrollment, but families should be given time and support to obtain them. Accurate parent and student contact information helps prevent transportation and school stability disruptions during moves. Housing questionnaires are confidential and must be kept in a separate homeless student folder, not in cumulative files. After approval, the McKinney-Vento Homeless Liaison notifies staff and provides families with determination letters, resources, and renewal information. The Family Resource Center serves all HUSD families with additional support available for students on the homeless program. The foster student program is separate from the homeless program. Foster students are not considered homeless, and homeless program funds cannot be used for foster student expenses. Foster students are entitled to immediate enrollment, school of origin rights, free meals, transportation, family resource center services, and enrollment without documents, except for the Arizona Department of Child Safety notice to provider. Eligibility continues through the end of the school year. Notify the foster student liaison immediately when a student enters foster care and provide a copy of the notice to provider. Best interest determination bid meetings are held within 5 working days when a student enters foster care to determine the best school placement for the student. Do not withdraw foster students until the bid process is complete. The bid team, made up of caseworkers, foster care liaisons, special service directors, principals, parents, and placement, consider factors such as length of foster care placement, student connections with staff and peers at school of origin, extracurricular involvement, travel distance to and from the school of origin, and safety, students, parents, and placements preferences, IEP and 504 plan service needs. When each USD is a school of origin or residence, the foster liaison works with the Arizona Department of Child Safety and both schools' transportation departments to coordinate and share transportation costs. If you believe a student may be experiencing homelessness, notify office staff so the homeless liaison can assist. Provide the housing questionnaire. Send home a flyer for the Family Resource Center. HUSD Homeless Liaison Contact Lisa Krittenstein, Family Resource Specialist and Homeless and Foster Student Liaison. HUSD District Office, 6901 East Bear Path, Room 114, 928 759 5104, FRC at HumboldtUnified.com, or lisa.krittenstein at HumboldtUnified.com. School office staff can also provide this information. HUSD's Family Resource Center is available to all HUSD students, families, and staff. The center is donation funded, and donations are always welcome. Hours vary, so appointments are recommended. Occasional Saturday openings are announced through the HUSD social media and school emails. Available items often include clothing and shoes, sizes baby to adult sizes, socks, underwear, and bras, winter wear, hygiene products, school supplies, and backpacks. The Family Resource Specialist also serves as the Parent and Community Coordinator, organizing free parenting workshops for families and the community. Topics include ADHD, anxiety, trauma, homework struggles, teen vaping, and other parenting challenges. Workshop information is available on the HUSD website, social media, and through school site newsletters and front offices. The Family Resource Center also opens the Teacher's Closet for HUSD staff, usually during the Saturday workshops. The closet provides donated classroom supplies and materials for teachers. Flyers with dates and details are sent to all school sites. Today you learned about the homeless and foster students' immediate enrollment, transportation assistance, free school meals, free clothing and school supplies, local resource lists, weekend meals from Hungry Kids food bags, class and field trip fees covered for homeless only, sports fees waived for homeless only. For all students in need, clothing and school supplies, weekend meals from Hungry Kids food bags, and local resource lists are available. Family Resource Center Services supports families, students, and staff through community donations, free clothing and school supplies, local resource lists, occasional Saturday hours for families unable to visit during the weekday, Teacher's Closet Saturdays for HUSD staff, and free parenting workshops. Congratulations! You have completed the required annual McKinney-Vento Homeless Assistant Act homeless student training. Thank you for your commitment to supporting students and families in need. If you have any questions, we're here to help.